You came to the right channel because apparently that's all I do here. What is that, a 4-inch screen? I'm about to have a
4.2.
I'm about to have a 12-inch one in here. This tiny, this baby screen. I can cut that. I can edit that part out, right? Don't forget that. Ha! There we go. Don't forget to plug in the red box. Don't be an idiot like me. Every time I do a dash job, I always have extra screws for some reason, but this time we have a reason to have extra screws. We want to check the reverse, right? Oh man, look at that. It's all already there. This stereo looks awesome. He seems to be enjoying it already. Hey guys, welcome to the channel. My name's Ken, and this is Kenny's Stereo Bonanza. No, Kenny installs cars. No, whatever the name of my channel is. I do a lot of car stereos around here, and I've got yet another one. If you watch any of my previous videos on the Jeep, the Mini Cooper, the Volkswagen, the RV, the Durango, I don't think the Z, I didn't do the Jeep, the other Jeep. All of my stereos have been budget installs. I find a cheap, big screen, 10-inch, touchscreen, Android CarPlay, and I install it for as cheaply as possible. And I've got some pretty successful installs, and they're all working pretty well. For the most part, I'm pleased with them all. But I've got a new one today, and this one is a little bit different. Different for a few reasons. One, because it's not budget. This retails on Amazon for about $1,500. Any other type of models that are even similar to this, whether it's for this vehicle or another one, are about they're about $1,000. So these are not cheap installs, but they are really cool installs. And the second thing that's different is it's not going on one of my cars. So the company for Linkswell called me, and they said, "Hey, we got some stereos we want you to install in a car." And I said, "Great, that's what I do. You came to the right channel because apparently that's all I do here." But then they sent me the links, and I realized I don't have any of those vehicles, and I'm not in the market to buy a new vehicle right now. So I called around to friends, Marines, people that I know, and I finally found a young staff sergeant who I know, and his wife, and they have a Ford F-150 that's going to fit this Linkswell. So what we have here is a 12.1-inch Android car audio system for a 2015 and up. I believe it stops at 2022 Ford F-150. Now it goes with 2017 and 2018 the Super Duties, so F-250s, F-350s, I think goes a little bit earlier, and then the Expedition. So this is supposed to be a plug-and-play factory fit and finish. You take the old one out, you put this one in, it looks like it's always been there, just looks nicer, newer, and bigger. So that's going to be that's great. I think two of my wife's Jeep, the Volkswagen, and the Mini were all those types of stereos, just plugged and play, and that's great for installation. So should be very minimal tools involved. Just some of the little spade tools to pop the plastic bezel and all the pieces off, and then a screwdriver or drill to take a few screws out and put them back in. So we'll see that later. But first, let's unbox this thing. The radio first, packed really nicely, and then the accessory box. So it even says it on the back here. 2015 to 2020 Ford F-150, 2017 to 22 Ford Super Duty. And it comes with and retains the controls for the environmental controls, AC and heat. And then you do have audio, mute, and media, because some people do like knobs, so knobs are great. And then apparently this does have Sirius XM compatibility, and then cellular if you want to go cellular. So let's see what's in the accessory box. You got a little piece of microfiber to clean your surfaces, and this is the standard kit that's in the box. It's in every stereo, so it looks like we've got let's go ahead and open it up. Some of these will use, some of them will not. So there is a microphone. The one thing I hate about microphones, if this doesn't have a built-in microphone, is trying to figure out where to put this and not having it sticking out on the dash somewhere. If you've got other inputs, so this has multiple colors. There's a photo online that shows where all these colors go, but it clearly looks like there's going to be only one location for each one. But you've got some accessories for subwoofers and speakers, auxiliary in, so DVR cable. So many of these may not be used in our application, and then the USB connector, which sometimes is extremely important. If you lose Bluetooth, because the Z-Link, the older Z-Links hate Bluetooth, the radio will be connected, but the Z-Link, so the CarPlay will not work. But if you're corded, and I found that out on my Jeep and my RV, and then we've got the Bluetooth cable, and this looks like an LTE cable as well. So if you're going to use your cell and not hotspot this. And then lastly, it looks like we have the chime box. Well, chime, or this is the kit. So if you're going to install a stereo on many vehicles, especially the cheaper stereos, you need an installation kit, because it has CAN bus and other functions in the vehicle. So this comes with multiple connections. So antenna connection there, and we may use one of these versus the other. So I'm not sure yet, not till we get into the vehicle. We'll show you which ones we use. It's got another USB there for this one. So it's got quite a bit of these. These kits right here that's in this bag can run an extra $100 to $200. Typically 120, 130 bucks is what I've spent in the past, so that you can connect them and then they work. And the big thing is the amp. So you need to power the amp. If you don't power the amp, it's not going to run. Based solely on just unboxing this thing, it does look pretty nice. So I need to contact the person whose car I'm going to put this in. Maybe a few days, but we'll put this in. And we'll go through some of the steps and take a look. I did look at the reviews on Amazon, and there was one or two views that talked about the climate control and the issues they had with that. So we're going to go ahead and make sure we run it through its paces, and ensure that this thing works well for this Marine. So I think it's going to be hopefully a quick and easy install. All right, so what year is this?
2019.
So 2019 Ford F-150. You said XL. So this is the one we'll do the. You just put a lift. When did you put the lift kit on there?
About a month ago.
Yeah. So you just got a nice lift. And how long ago did you buy it?
February.
Awesome. Well, so this is the one that's going to get the stereo. So let's jump inside and put it in. Well, there's your before. The what is that? A 4-inch screen. I'm about to have a
4.2.
I'm about to have a 12-inch one in here. We only need 7mm, and obviously the screwdriver was for your CB, and the Allen wrenches were for your cell phone holder. But so I've got a 7mm and a ratcheting, and then this is Walmart Hyper Tough. So, and then these to protect it. So it's all pretty simple. The you get behind the rubber piece. The hardest part. Oh yeah, don't worry. You can touch it if you want, or just leave it. Take out the rubber mat. And then there's two 7mm up there. It's supposed to just pop up. There it goes. It'll be gentle, but not gentle at the same time. And there's two more 7mm. Then you just pull this off. That's it. Pinch this one at the bottom. Also pinch this one at the bottom. Come on these two. Okay, there's a little clip right there. Goes sideways and comes out. So that little tab right inside of there. But then we will need these again. So you squeeze the sides and push it in. That's it. So put this one on this side. Yeah, pretty easy. You squeeze the sides there. That one on that side, and that'll be reused. We might reuse these orange clips, but we'll just set this back here for now. And then we just have a whole bunch more 7mm. This tiny, this baby screen. And this one, see this? There's like a tab here. This is like a little lever. Once you push a tab in, this lever pulls down and it just pops right out. And this control unit gets replaced, I'm pretty sure as well. Or this one doesn't go back in, from what I understand. Pulled out pretty easy. Yeah. Then get your antenna wire, just pinch it there. And this one's just one big one. Pinch it, pull it out. That's it. This one was not used in this car. So we got all the cables out. There's a handful here we're not going to use, but you don't need to. You're not going to plan LTE. So this is the LTE antenna. This is a SPDIF output cable. So it looks like the audio output on your car. So you're not going to do that on this vehicle. This is a reverse camera output, so this doesn't have any special reverse camera input coming in here, so it's going to be all in the traditional wiring. This is the RCA output if you had a like an aftermarket stereo. You don't have that either. Auxiliary in also if you've got some other type of video or something else piped in, you don't have that. DVR cable, so you do not have DVR, the need to use the DVR cable. And then this is the camera input. So again, I think it's the factory setup. So none of these are going to be used. But we are going to use, this is the big major harness. So we are going to use this one. We are going to use this little adapter. So this little adapter is usually like the CAN bus adapter. So these aftermarket radios still work. Obviously the antenna cable. And then I think these other two for 2018 and up camera use. So this is has some other features for that as well. And then I always like to what is this one? USB, the other USB harness. So we'll see if we need this one. I don't think you have that. If you run your cell phone off of the USB, it's more stable sometimes. I'm gonna pop all these little orange clips off. Come out of there. Oh, so make sure you don't forget that you lost one. So I can cut that. I can edit that part out, right? Yeah. But this major harness goes here. Let me plug in the antenna extension, which is good because that antenna's pretty tight in there. So these two will go to this bottom part of the stereo. I think there's climate controls. This will power the stereo. So I've seen them just put these in the dashboard. So I've drilled holes and run them out before, but we're just going to put it in the dash. Clips them pretty easy. This one first. That one's going to clip into there. this would be where your other wiring harness would go for the LTE antenna if you're going to use that. Of course, the antenna is going to be the tightest connection. There we go. Now this one is, it's like bottom left corner. Nope, almost. The one right next to it. So pretty simple to put that one in there. It only goes into one connector, and we'll connect these two. There's like this is like a stiff piece of something right there. I don't know why, but it makes it hard to put this one in. All right, so we've got, let's see if we can get the, looks like the antenna is going to be last. So without this one, and obviously this is to the, to your switches, which we don't need to hook up yet. Let's give it a test. First power up. Okay, so we do use this one. This is the reverse cam converter plug. It was right there. So all of this for that little thing. So now they're all plugged in. So do we have power now for some reason with that? We've been holding up our power. Let's do it. Break out the test light. Typically the yellow wire is power. So we have power in. We have power across the fuse. So we should be good there. So it has power. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Don't forget that. Now let's lift this up and watch it power up. Ha! There we go. Don't forget to plug in the red box. Don't be an idiot like me. Oh, that's cool. They did say that this does boot up a little bit slow. Don't drive like an idiot. The previous, obviously the antenna's not plugged in yet. The previous versions didn't have, this was all digital, so you can have a digital climate control, but also these controls. And a lot of people like the knobs. Like sometimes I don't like hitting the, like the volume button. I like using the knobs. But all right, let's finish plugging this thing in. Nothing else is hanging down. That's it. It does come with this. Why am I doing that? I don't even know why I'm doing that. Do you want to try to plug the mic in? I think it has a built-in mic. Do you use the mic, the phone?
I don't have it currently, so I don't really. I mean, we can try.
Yeah. Well. Oh, you got. Let's. So you're gonna have 6 extra screws. Every time I do a dash job, I always have extra screws for some reason, but this time we have a reason to have extra screws. Always go to this one.
Oh, cool. It shows the doors open.
Yeah. Oh, we want to check the reverse, right?
Yeah.
Oh man, look at that. It's all already there. Oh, that's cool. So we just tested the audio and can't hear you on the phone, so we're gonna actually connect the mic. Gotta connect all these to this. It looks like, where does it connect? It connects one of these. Bottom one? Bottom left. And then the mic is here. Oh, we don't need that much of it. So I think we'll leave it out here, and then we'll probably, is that good? Is that fine?
In reality, if we have enough wire, I would just run it up front of the dash and then up here. But I don't know if we have enough wire for that.
There's a lot of wire, but that'll take a few minutes.
I can. If you just want to put it there for now, I can run it later. I'm not too concerned about it.
Yeah, we'll just leave it out there for now. Or let's show you what I actually didn't use now that we're done. The DVR cable didn't use on this XL. So with this weird little bluish green, this purple connector for the SPDIF output cable. Again, not on this vehicle. This USB harness, you could use it. It's got the old style USB, so regular USB and the micro USB. So this one looks like if your vehicle has a micro USB pre-existing, it would clip in. So this looks like it, like if one of your like 12-volt ports there in a different style of vehicle, probably down here under your maybe right there. No, that's a cigarette lighter one, but it's probably for one that has a factory version. Leave that if you want it. This is the aux in. Again, this would plug into the back there, but you don't have the aux in, so no aftermarket. This is for 360 camera use. So if you had a 360 camera, this would be an additional plug in the back, but you do not have that as well. And we're not going to go with the LTE. So I'm sure somewhere on the stereo there's somewhere you can put a SIM card into, but we don't need that. So let's finish putting it together. So the directions of this shows a little bit of a different version of this one, but if you swing over, so one thing, when you go home, it was coming up with a pop-up, and it was like the Nova launcher, and then the other one, I can't remember what the other one said, but you want to click always, and then it'll go to this home screen whenever you pick up that Nova launcher. So that's not the Nova launcher, the other one. And then it says there's a Foxit PDF. There it is. So Foxit PDF, and then if you tap on the file manager, and nope, we don't want to send statistics back. Click start, and then it's got the user manual built in. So if you want to look at your user manual, this is PDF. It's going to give you the full user manual. If it starts to bog down, open this up and swipe away all your apps. Because it can, and then they said the other one is to swing down, hit power. What's the power? Or is there a reset on this? Someone said there was a reset. Oh, it looks like you just hit it. So I guess there's not a reset on this version, but you do have the equalizer. You can just push on the equalizer and set your equalizer. So that's easy access. I like the temperatures there. If your airbag is off, obviously that was popping back and forth for the for your seat there. So yeah, I like the buttons are down here. So if you want to use the climate control, you don't want to use that, you can do the climate control from here. If you have any videos, I don't know if this one has. So you can keep that on permanently, or you can just turn it off. Oh, there's power. Push the up arrow and it goes down, not the down arrow. So that's pretty simple, I guess. That's all there is to it. What were the keys to install? Ensuring you find all the right wires. Make sure you plug in the CAN bus, otherwise it won't turn on, and you don't need to get your test light out like I did to try to make sure it had power. It did have power. It's only, I think there are multiple videos on this, and I think there are slightly different stereo setups. But you'll eventually find all the wires that go to this. And again, there are some other wires in the box, like those other USBs. So if you have those, you know, it's not hard to plug it in and then decide where you want to route everything. Lifting the antenna wire up and over the metal cross beam gave me a little more room, so I could actually plug it in with without the stereo being tucked up. He's going to reroute this, but you could potentially put a hole in the back of this plastic and put it down here, and you could actually really easily hide this. I like mine here in my cars, but others like them up here, so no big deal. And then we did put the GPS up there so that can actually can be viewed. So we'll see if while he drives it, if that works. What does your wife drive?
Ford Fusion.
Does she have a big screen? Now she's gonna want one.
Yeah, probably.
So last thing for the install, if you want to grab the little corner there, unless you like the plastic on there.
My wife will go crazy if I take that off.
You let her do it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's the ASMR part. We'll save for not me. But is there any more? I did not mean to do that. Are those heated seats?
Not in this one.
No, you don't have heat. You don't have massagers. If you had massaging seats, it would run them. So if you find them, you can put them in. Picture. What's picture? Give us. Cloud backup settings. So I guess if you can move photos over from your phone. So nope, the DVR doesn't work for this. What are lamps? I don't think you have colored lighting in here, do you?
Not in this one, no.
So if you did, you could do that. Your seats don't vibrate. You can hook your Gmail up to it. It's iGo, another navigation app. Doesn't work. Netflix if you want it. This is the other ADA, same thing. I don't know why it's got two. Well, it's got two apps for that. So it's trying to. There it goes. It's connected. All right. So the trick to the Z-Link was he turned off his VPN. So make sure your VPN's off. It'll connect to the Z-Link. This stereo looks awesome. He seems to be enjoying it already. It's about $1,500, like I said, on Amazon right now. But I think if I had this truck, it'd be absolutely worth it because it changes the entire look of the dash. And with all the controls in there, it seems to be running the AC just fine. We haven't started the vehicle yet, but everything else looks great. The Z-Link did connect once, like I said, once he turned off his VPN. So that seems to be working well. Again, I like to leave the USB. Probably said that 3 times just to give you that extra backup, and it'll charge your phone, of course. This truck has a little. This used to be a emergency vehicle. So it does have, and it's obviously a lower base model, especially when it comes to the stereo. So it doesn't have all the features that other vehicles may have. So if you've got this model, this was a tutorial on how to hook that up, and the little thing. So it took me about an hour, kind of us walking through all the little, making sure we had the right wires in the right places, connect them to the right spot, and then putting this thing all back together. So for now, he's checking his the maps, and I guess he'll figure out how it all plays out on his way home. So thanks guys, thanks for watching the free like and subscribe thing, and we'll catch you on the next one.